Hey, today I have some exciting things to show you. How to get to the top of Hansen's Tower, or possibly you would like to get inside V's mansion and pick up almost an endless amount of shirts, or possibly you would want to learn how to grab a bunch of money in XP. Well, we're going to be going over a bunch of things in today's video, and I hope that you guys are definitely excited for this one. And we're going to start off with V's mansion. We first need to locate where I am on the map here, which is going to be right next to the afterlife, which can be found on the left side here. Now, I'm more towards the middle, and what you're going to see here is the stair steps. I'm going to go towards the very top of the stairs, and what we're going to do is locate this light. The requirements are going to be Rebecca's shotgun and the fortified ankles, because if you do hold down the space button, or X or A, you can actually boost yourself up in the air because of those ankles. Now, if you combine this with a shotgun, you can actually boost your character really high up in the air, which will allow you to reach certain spots that you're not supposed to go to. For example, right here. And typically, in the past, this spot has been patched to where you can no longer go inside V's mansion, let alone. But I do have a pretty interesting method to show you here. Yet what we're doing here is just really trying to boost up all the way towards the top of V's mansion, which I'm not going to ruin anything really here, but I would suggest that you do not read the laptops. That might ruin a few things, especially if you have yet to complete the campaign. I know that some are still fresh to the game, which is really cool. So once you're at the top here, you're going to see V's mansion, of course, and it's locked. You can no longer go inside, but what you can do is summon a vehicle that can then be merged in between the wall, and then this is going to allow you to get inside the vehicle. You can exit outside once the vehicle has been pushed through the wall all the way, and you're going to see a few things within V's mansion, such as weapons, t-shirts, really just a variety of things. And again, make sure that you do not read the laptop in this game, because there might be some spoilers there for you, so just trying to give you a fair warning. And what you can see right here is that I've actually spawned a vehicle on top of the railing, and then what I'll do is try to spawn in another vehicle so that it's about 50% merged into the wall, so half and half. Now, if you cannot get the vehicle to spawn on top of the railing, not a huge deal. What you can do is actually just jump and then hit the V button, or whichever one it is for you on console, to spawn a vehicle. And that way you can hopefully merge one of those vehicles into the wall like this. And once you do get inside, you're going to then notice that it's going to push you all the way through, and you're going to be inside V's mansion, which again is going to contain a bunch of items that I just mentioned previously. And what I would suggest though is, again, do not read the laptop. I probably already mentioned that several times in this video. I just want to make sure that you're not getting yourself into some spoilers. But yeah, go towards the top here, explore, have a great time. If you want to exit outside of this location, just use the same exact method and you should be able to merge. So pretty much all you're doing is merging into V's mansion and merging out once you have grabbed all the items. Now let's continue on here towards the second glitch, which has to do with Arasake Tower. The interesting thing is that they've patched it completely. By they, I mean CD Projekt Red, so you can no longer jump right back into the map. The texture is solid now, which is a bummer, by the way, but I have discovered a great way to get back inside the map, and I think you're going to find this quite useful. In order to do this, we need to make sure that we have the same exact setup as before. This means the same cyberware and the same weapon, Rebecca's shotgun and the fortified ankles. We are going to then jump towards the right side. We now want to hop inside our vehicle, travel towards the end of the road here, about midway I would say. You're going to see a building on the left side that's going to say DTR. What you're going to see at the bottom here is going to be a bunch of crates. You do want to safely land here, or you can actually just drive towards the bottom, but you can honestly survive the fall damage like so. You're going to use your shotgun and the fortified ankles so that you can then boost yourself up towards the back portion here where there's some more crates at the top. And once you're at the top here, all you need to do is face the road where your vehicle is and then spawn in another vehicle. This should spawn it directly behind you. You can then hop inside the vehicle and drop down below. And once you're in this tunnel, cave, whatever you want to call it, you're going to then travel towards the left side where the Arasake Tower is. Because what's going to happen here is if you travel the other way, it's going to lead you towards a different part of the map. And actually, it's going to lead you towards a different ending. Now that my vehicle has spawned in, I'm going to hop inside and drop down below like so. And you will be able to survive this, do not worry, just let yourself drop down and make sure that you are facing the right direction. For example, right here, you're going to see I'm facing towards the tower like I just mentioned before. Do not go the other way. If your lights are on, that will be extremely helpful, but I've had times where I've spawned in and my lights did not work. Also, do not drive too quick because you will fall below the map. But that's not a huge deal because you will be able to pop back at the top there in the same exact tunnel. Go towards the end, use your shotgun jump again, and you will be able to get up towards this part. Go towards the middle, take a left, you will see some ladders. There's going to be one here, and then there's going to be another one at the top. Again, there might be some spoilers within this, so just make sure that you do not read any shards. Or better yet, just don't even read anything. If there's a laptop, avoid it. And so, as I mentioned, here's the last ladder. We're going to climb all the way towards the top. You cannot go through the door, open up this panel, open up the door here, and you should see a legendary in the middle. Pick this sucker up and explore throughout this whole thing. Pick up legendaries if you do see them. But most importantly, if you're done, what you can do is go back towards the same exact spot because you need to hop back inside the map. Like I mentioned before, they did patch at certain spots, so let's go towards the right side here. It's right at the tunnel, and you're just going to shotgun jump towards the top. And you should see this texture that you can go inside. It's going to be extremely dark here, so what you will need to do is run right off the map. Now, what I will suggest is that if you are sensitive to light, avoid watching the rest of this video. But what we're going to do now is hop towards the top portion here. We are going to jump all the way up towards the top here. Go towards the end, you're going to see this part and just jump right on top. There is a barrier there. And once you do shotgun jump several times, at least 2 more times here, you're going to see how sensitive it is with your eyes. I mean, this light is crazy, man. So make sure that if you are sensitive, jump out of this video right now. But we're going to go towards the right side and we're going to shotgun jump over towards the right portion. And what you will notice is that there's going to be a sort of this like slanted piece. I'm not sure what it is, but you can hop on top of it and shotgun jump towards the top. And make sure that you do have that dash ability. That way you can dash forward. And if you do dash yourself underneath the barrier there, you're pretty much stuck. So just make sure that you're taking your time as you do jump. Next, I'm going to show you how to get inside Dogtown early, as well as get into the top of the tower. And you're going to be able to explore a bunch of other things. So make sure that you do have the fortified ankles. That's a must. We've been using it throughout the video so far. And next, you will need to spawn in your vehicle. We are going to then travel towards the right side as if we were trying to go towards Dogtown. As you can see on the map here, I'm directly behind it, I guess. Kinda. And what we're going to do is just, again, go towards the right side here. And I'm actually early game here, and if you're wondering why I'm level 50 on both Street Cred and all that stuff, this is an alternative save that is completely modded. I'm only using it for video purposes because I do not have a save that allows me to go this far back. Anyways, with that to the side, all you want to do is travel about midway till you see number 1 on the side here with biotech. You're going to shotgun jump all the way towards the top till you're on that barrier, then jump towards the left here. If you do have the skill where you can use the health item and gain an extra barrier there, then I would definitely do it because that helps out so much just to have extra health. Then what we're going to do is continue forward here and jump towards the top right. Now, when you travel towards the top of this mountain here, what you can do is use your fortified ankles to get towards the top. You do not need to use the shotgun jump at all from this point, but I'm just using it for whatever reason. I think I got a little too excited here. Also, if you have not noticed, as I've mentioned throughout the video, the light in the distance is just extremely bright, so be careful as you are watching this video if you are sensitive to light. We're going to jump towards the top here, and we're going to then use the tendons, or excuse me, the fortified ankles, to then jump back inside the map. From here, we want to locate the pyramid nearby and this huge tower on the left side, because there are some legendaries inside here and potential weapons that can spawn. You can also reach the top of the tower, and I'm sure you can guess what we're going to be using next, and that's the good old shotgun jump. So now, with this spot right here, we're going to jump on top of the vehicle, use the same exact method to jump all the way up towards the top here, the shotgun jump. Now, when you try to jump all the way up here, it might seem impossible, but trust me, it's not. You're going to see the proof here soon. It really just depends on trying to use your fortified angles at the last second, because you can actually use it a second time. So use it the first time to jump all the way up, and right after shooting the shotgun, hold down the fortified button. So whichever one it is for you. For me, it's space. For you, it might be X or A, depending on the console. And now you're back inside the map. There's various things that you can pick up, different weapons that are located within this section, as well as you can call the elevator so that you can go towards the top where the casino is. Now here's the interesting thing. If you try to do this after you've completed the DLC, you're not going to be able to get towards the top here. It's not possible at all. It's just, for whatever reason, they've blocked it out at that point, but you can actually reach this area if you try to do this early game. So that's just something to take note of. Now, if you want to get back inside the map, all you have to do is shotgun jump all the way up towards the top here, go in between this gap, and then we're going to jump down here. From here, we're going to jump forward and go along the side here. This spot is extremely bright. I'm not kidding. Like, it was like I was looking at the sun for various parts as I was playing. I was just like, man, this is extremely bright. So what we're going to do now is just continue along the sides here and just go forward, man. I mean, really, I would suggest throwing on some sunglasses at this point. It's ridiculous. I don't know what they were doing. Man, it is insane. It's probably because you're not allowed to be back here, so that's probably why it's so bright. But do not make the mistake of doing this, because it's going to be a difficult jump to get back towards the original spot. We're going to then jump forward, and now you're back inside the map. It's that easy. And I say that easy as I was trying to jump and avoid going blind at the same time. Now, if you locate the left side here, there's a spot where we can actually jump inside the map and grab a few legendaries as well. What you can do is go towards the end of the road here, and you're going to see this vehicle, and you're going to see some wires above. We are going to be using the dash ability, so again, make sure that you do have that equipped. Once you do have everything equipped, you can then hop on top of the vehicle, and we are going to jump on top of the wire using the shotgun jump. If you do shoot the shotgun, sometimes it may trigger the enemies behind you, and that's okay. You should be perfectly fine. In this case, they did not care one bit. I'm going to shotgun jump up here towards the top portion where these wires can be found. And I want to jump on top of this railing, and there we go. So now that I'm right here, we are going to jump towards the left side, shotgun jump and dash forward, land right here. If you land too far on the left side, you're going to fall towards your death, and we can jump back inside the map right here. So what we're going to do is pick up various items, and you can actually explore. This might be a spoiler for you if you have yet to complete the game, but really I don't think it's going to ruin too much. If there are any shards or possibly any laptops that are located nearby, which I don't think there is, do not read it. So what we're going to do is just pick up some of the items here. There's some of these that I can pick up, and I can jump back inside the map or back outside the map. I don't know, in or out, tomato, right? We're going to jump towards the left here, use the shotgun jump, and then dash towards the left. Use the same exact method so that we can then get back towards the top portion here. And from here, we can just go back towards the original spot and jump back into the map. I do want to mention this real quick, that if for whatever reason the shotgun does not act the same way as it did before, because I noticed when I was playing, I did not get that pushback feeling, and that can happen. Just make a quick save and load it back up and you should be fine. Next, we're going to talk about 2 Netrunner glitches, which is pretty easy to do. All you need to do is make sure that you do have the following cyberware. We want to go towards the frontal cortex here, and on the right side or left side, whichever one you want to replace, we're going to go towards the bottom, and we want to choose this right here, which is an iconic implant. This thing is insane. It's going to give you 1000 critical hit chance, and on top of that, with this, we're going to also use a different method, or a different glitch, I should say, make sure that you have your cyberware equipped like so. And we do want to make sure that we have the synapse burnout. This thing is going to help out quite a lot. We are going to be able to regenerate RAM speed up to 1000, even up to 100,000 if you'd like. So all that we're doing here is hacking left and right using the cyberware. Essentially what's going to happen here is you're going to see on the stats, it's going to be probably 200% RAM regeneration or possibly even 300. It really just depends, because when you do queue up those hacks, this is what's going to go over the amount. So pretty much you're glitching it. And after that, you can use this for as long as you want. You can stack it up to like 200,000 or whatever you want. You can tell that we're at 200% here. And if I go towards the top where we go towards damage per second, you're going to see that I have 1000 quick hack damage. Pretty insane. And next we're going to talk about something that's quite useful. Let's say that you have a legendary or you had one that was downgraded, or let's say that you want to possibly turn a gray item into a legendary. What you can do is transfer those weapons into a drop point, and you can make a quick save. Load that sucker back up, and what you should notice is when you do load it back up, the weapons inside the drop point are going to be changed. For example, I had 2 iconics that were once blue and I believe a rare, or not blue, a purple, and I was able to change it into a legendary. That easy. And the duplication glitch also works, so all you need to do is just pause the game, grab the weapon, make a quick save quickly, and then load it back up. So you're going to pause the game and try to grab the gun at the same time, and then load it back up. If done correctly, you should see the weapon on the ground, and you can then grab both of them. And it's that easy. Another great and easy method. Also, if you're wondering about the XP shard method that I showed a few days ago, some of you have been struggling with this. The problem with it is that this glitch does not work every single time. I'm not too sure why. It will work sometimes, and most of the time it may not work at all. So when you try to stuff a body inside of a car or the trunk, it might not even allow you to go back and grab the loot multiple times. I'm not too sure why it's like that, but it is what it is. And so what I would recommend is just trying to give it a shot a bunch of times until the loot is stuck. And I know that sucks to say that, but it can happen. And I'll show you some proof right here. I have a body that I'm going to throw into this trunk, and when I try to go back to grab the loot, it will not be there. Sadly, it just happens. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I'm trying not to make it that long, but I had to because of all the explanations in the beginning. But thank you guys so much. If you have any questions, comment down below. I will comment within the first hour or two. Appreciate all the love and support, and I'll see you all in the next video.